Sorry, it's pretty late, man, but I had to get some stuff off my chest because I see that a lot of guys are not understanding what situation that they're in um, here in America, man, in this dating world. Is um, some guys are gonna have to travel abroad. I'm not saying maybe. I'm not saying you know that you might have to. No, you have to travel abroad, man. If you are struggling here in the dating world, you know, that's the only answer, or that's the only solution, I should say. You know, you're gonna have to go to another country where you are valued. You see, the American woman, she's not valuing the American man anymore. Now, this goes for all races of women here in America or any other Western country. White, black, Hispanic, Asian. If she's Americanized, then she's not going to value men, period. You know, American women, they value education, money, wealth over the man. And a lot of guys ain't getting that part. They still here in America. They plan to be here for like years to come. You know, don't plan to be here for the next 10 years. Don't do it. You have to travel abroad, man. These females are so goddamn masculine. They're so rebellious. They're so unappreciative. You know, you're going to have to travel abroad. Now, some of you guys have went years without girlfriends. Some of you guys have went, months without female intimacy. Is this a life that you want to live for the rest of your life? Is this the way you want to live for the rest of your life? I mean, it's like you're gonna get an old, you're gonna get old and not have female intimacy. A lot of guys they pretend like it's okay and they're good by themselves. No, you're not. No, you're not. God did not make you to be by yourself. That's why life is so hard by yourself. Think about how hard it is by yourself versus having a girl by your side. See, at least when you got a girlfriend or you got a wife or whatever, not in this country, not getting married in this country, but at least you got some constant flow of sex in your life when you have a girlfriend or a wife. meaning getting married in a different country, not getting married here. Do not get married here. I forbid that. You do not get married here. So you're going to have to travel abroad if you want to be happy. A lot of guys are living in misery because they're not getting laid. Like I said before, a lot of guys pretend like it's okay to be by themselves when they could be busting many nuts with a female that they want to have sex with. Feminism can get only stronger here in the West. When you go to different countries, man, you find those females, they're so goddamn feminine. They cook, they clean, they sew, they knit. They're trained to serve the man from a very young age, man. American women, they're trained to fucking go after education, to be independent, to be without a man, you know. This country, man, is finished. Whether you like it or not, America is on the decline. And you gotta fucking get out before it's too late. Just like I am Bao said, man, or I am Aaron, or I am, retired said, America is on a decline, man. This is not how a civilization is supposed to be ran. You know, everything is out of order, you know, especially when it comes to female and male, male and female relations. Everything is out of order. This is not how God intended for life or for the relationship between man and woman to go. This is not his intention. The creator said the man is the leader, not the woman. Out here, they either want a 50-50 partnership or they want to run the relationship. The American females, they want to run the relationship. This is something that you got to take seriously. This is your life. This is your life. This is serious. For you to like go months or even years without female intimacy, that's not natural. And because of these dating apps, you're gonna go without female intimacy for a while. Going to like other countries, traveling and stuff like that, man, is the only solution to a lot of men's problems here in the West. A lot of men have left the West already. They're in Thailand, they're in Colombia, they're in Brazil. A lot of men got fed up with the ghosting with these females. They got fed up with the flaking, you know. They got fed up not being able to keep a woman around. They got fed up with the droughts. You know what? In foreign countries, you won't have a drought, especially when you go over to like um uh um you know Colombia or Thailand. There's no such thing as a drought for a American man there in those countries. There's no such thing as a drought. You'll never ever have a drought. You'll always be getting sex on the regular in these countries. It's only in the West where you will go 5 or 6 months without sex, a year without sex. You feel me? That's the only, you know, it's the only country where you'll have a drought like that. You know what? And a lot of men are not getting it. They're not moving toward, you know, they're not moving toward that passport. They're not moving toward leaving the country. I know, Kelcat, I'm moving toward that country, man, that I want to be in, that foreign country I want to be in. I know I will hit the lotto eventually if I keep trying. That's my fucking goal. But what's your goal, man? Are you gonna sit here and just, you know, take this shit from these American women, this abuse that these females are dishing out? You know what I'm saying? They picking Chad and Tyrone over you, man. There's gonna be a lot more fucking goddamn years coming, man. Just being alone. If you're not taking action, you have to take action, man. Get the passports, get your money on, bruh. Do what you have to do, man. Like I said before, man, time and time again, it won't get better here. It won't get better here. You want to have a good life? You want your life back? Because some of you guys, before the dating apps, used to get women all the time. Some of you guys were in relationships. Some of you guys were, you know, dating on the regular until them dating apps showed up. And that's when things started to slow down. And it just got worse and worse as the years went by. As soon as some dating, like, fucking apps showed up, the longer the dating apps were around, you know, shit kept getting worse and worse. And it's getting worse throughout the years. I'm afraid if a lot of guys don't take action, a lot of guys are going to end up old and alone. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody likes being old and alone. So when people who say that they're okay with being old and alone, these are the people who are going to be old and alone. It's not fun to be old and alone. And some guys are like, well, you know what, man? I don't care about being old and alone. I'm just going to be old and alone. Nah, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun to spend the rest of your life or the end of your days just an old man jacking off in a wheelchair somewhere. Nobody comes to visit you. You know, your family ain't shit. Your family sucks. We are getting older by the day, man. Every single day that goes by, you're getting older. You got to start planning for your old age. You got to get out of this country so you can spend the rest of your life with a younger wife or a younger girl, busting nuts, having sex, you know, until the end of your fucking goddamn days. You have to leave this land where they do not value men anymore. You have to leave this country. This country no longer supports you. It no longer caters to you. Anytime you live in a country where you cannot get a woman, anytime you live in a country where you cannot get a woman, that country no longer caters to you anymore. So therefore, you have to pack up and leave. Get your passport, get your financial freedom on. I don't care what it is. Lotto, um, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I don't care what it is. You have to get your freedom on, your financial freedom on, and be free, my brothers. Because there's gonna be more dark days by yourself ahead, and you don't want to spend the rest of your life in them dark days ahead, man. You want to eventually see some light at the end of the tunnel. It's not fun being without a female. I don't care what anybody says. To, to be without women in your life is torture. And then you get women that you don't desire coming at you all day long. That's fucking frustrating. Well, all you got is land whales and single mothers chasing after you. It's like, come on, man. Might as well just have nothing. Might as well have just nothing. Because we are men. We need to have a woman without kids. We need to have a woman without a fucking baby daddy. We need to have a young woman to bear children if we want to bear children with that girl or with that woman. We need a fresh start. We need to set our own legacy. We don't need any single mothers. I don't want to look into the eyes of her child and see her ex boyfriend. I don't want to look into the eyes of her child. I'm going to say it again, and see her ex boyfriend or ex husband and having to come out of my pocket and pay for something I did not create. I don't want to simp my way to her heart. I don't want to take anybody's sloppy seconds because that's all that's left here in the US. Men want young, hot, fertile women, bruh. In this country, you're not going to get it. Too competitive here, bruh. It's way too competitive here. So you're going to have to get your passports in the future. I know that it's going to take time, man. You know, you got to get your finances together. That can take months or years. But as long as you get out, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It, it's, you know, as long as you get out, you know, as long as you know, achieve, financial freedom somehow, some way, You know, so these women here in America, they charging too much for that pussy, man. They charging too much for that pussy. And then when you marry them, they chunk up, cut their hair short, you know, put on about a zillion pounds, and then be that nagging shit in your ear all fucking goddamn day long. And then the sex stops. And once you start pumping out them kids, the sex stop. Let me tell you, the sex ain't gonna stop over there in third world countries or second world countries. That the sex is not gonna stop, bro. These females know that they gotta please the man. They know that they gotta get on their hands and knees and suck dick until you say stop. In in other countries, foreign countries, there'll be no, I'm tired, my head hurts. There'll be none of that shit. Cause she knows it is that if she doesn't do the job, somebody else will. Cause when you get over there, they're gonna be all over you. These foreign women. There's gonna be so much competition for her. She's gonna suck dick daily. She's gonna cook meals daily. She's gonna give you sex daily because she knows that there's tons of women out there. Like for example, if you met like a girl in Thailand or a girl in Colombia, you know, these women know that there's competition everywhere out there. And once they lock you down, they're gonna suck your dick good. They're gonna give you a lot of good sex. Good. So you gotta start planning this long journey, man, because it's gonna be a long journey. Financial freedom is what you should be working on. Me, I got about 5 years to hit a jackpot to work on my financial freedom. I got about 5 years. I can do it. I can hit a few jackpots in 5 years and I'm done. Okay? Long term goal, baby. Long term goal. So, get your passport, get your fucking goddamn financial freedom on, and plan to leave the US, man. Plan to go on a fucking journey, man. Plan to plan to fucking start learning a different um language and shit, man. So my thing is, bro, once you get over to these countries, play around for a little bit until it's time to get serious. I say about play around for about 2 or 3 years. Then at some point you're gonna have to get married. Just be careful when you're traveling abroad. You don't want to end up like that one guy who was flashing his jewelry and get killed. Keep the chain off your neck. Walk around in regular clothes, and you should be straight. You don't need to fucking floss, gold chains and stuff like that. You American. You see what I'm saying? Once you start speaking English, you know they're gonna know where you're from, and they're gonna approach you. They're gonna be all up in your face. All you need is your English and your skin color to get women. You don't need to fucking be out here showing off, a gold chain and shit. Like fuck all that shit, man. Fuck all that shit. A lot of men gonna have to leave this country, man. Traveling abroad if they're struggling. If you are struggling. If you are struggling. So I'm gonna end this video. Just remember what I said, man. Just remember what I said. If you do not leave this country, you will stay here and you will continue to suffer forever until the last day, till the last day of your life. That's not how you want to go out. Have a good night. Subscribe, like the video, thumb up the video, comment. I need lots of comments, man. I like to hear what you guys, got to say, about leaving this country and shit like that, man. Because I see a lot of guys. They're not really, they're not budging. They're not making moves. You see what I'm saying? You see, Kelcat, I'm making moves, baby. I almost hit the lotto like twice, more than twice, like 3 or 4 times. I almost hit the lotto. So eventually, I'm gonna hit one day. I'm making moves, baby. Have a good night, man. I'm out. Take care and bless.